Conflict in the workplace is not necessarily a bad thing. When it comes to disagreement about work processes, ideas, or priorities, it is actually something that is desired, as it brings an opportunity for exchange of variety of opinions and arguments and thus come up with a better solution. This is not the case with interpersonal conflict though, and for me, this is one of the most unpleasant things that you will encounter as a manager. Interpersonal conflict is not a clash of ideas, but a clash of personalities, and as such is not easy to manage. But it is your responsibility as a manager to take action when you become aware of such a conflict within your team. Ignoring it will only allow it to grow and negatively affect the whole team dynamic. Here are some tips on how to approach interpersonal conflict within your team and contain it. It is crucial that you remain impartial. Supporting one side over the other will immediately be constituted as favoritism and undermine the trust that you have built with the team. Remaining impartial will also allow you to mediate between the conflicting parties. Facilitating a calm and contained discussion is the main tool that you have in your arsenal to manage such difficult situations. Please note that sometimes, if the emotions are too strong and there is already a perception that you are not entirely non-partisan, it may be more beneficial to have someone else mediate, for example your manager or HR. Give both sides the opportunity to share their story. No matter who coordinates the conversation, all sides should be given equal opportunity to share their story. No interruptions and corrections from the one side should be allowed while another recounts their position. Once everyone has shared, you should help paraphrase and define what's at the heart of the conflict. More often than not, understanding the other's perception of a situation is enough to change behavior and dissipate the tension. But if that is not the case, you should try to come up with a solution that works for all sides, or at least an acceptable compromise. A common example is the conflict over the thermostat. This is an issue in every open space office I have encountered. Some people constantly feel hot, others come to work with mittens and blankets. A workable solution could be to switch people's seats to be closer to an AC or a window. An acceptable compromise could be to come up with a standard temperature that works for the largest number of people and provide USB personal fans or branded hoodies to the ones that are not comfortable with the chosen temperature. If it doesn't work, set firm expectations about their workplace interactions. Truth be told, we cannot always come up with a solution, and some interpersonal conflicts are rooted in things that are outside of our control. In such situations, the only thing that we are left with is to leave an open door for further conversations. But also, lay the law on what types of behaviors are allowed and not allowed in your team. They should behave in a civil manner towards each other and perform all their work-related tasks. Personal conflict within the team is definitely a challenge, but like with everything else in your work as a people manager, if you have set a team culture of transparency and trust, it is much easier to overcome. When managing personal conflict, be mindful not to take sides. Offer the individuals to mediate, give both sides an opportunity to share their perspective, and help them find a win-win solution.